You know, we've had some nightmare gigs in the past.
I mean, yeah.
Even the most seasoned and talented performers fall upon hard times. But last night, man.
It was a new high.
Last night was a new low, not a high.
Low.
A new high for being low.
A new high for just clownery on all fronts.
Alright, so here's the story. We're like, hey, busy. It's like Thanksgiving weekend. Busy time in Sarasota where we're from. Let's go busk. Let's take the cameras out. And Fender had recently sent me the Acoustasonic Telecaster. I was like, let's go do like my first time gigging with the Telecaster video. The thing about a surgeon and his tools, Andrea, do you know what that is?
No.
The old saying?
No,
is
not
they
at
need
all.
to be used in the field and not just in practice at home. So today we're using the Fender Acoustasonic made in Mexico Telecaster in the field.
No way.
First time doing a full gig with it. Little did I know the world had other plans.
No, for sure. So, I mean, first off, it was all crowded. We do a few loops around, hoping for a spot. Every single spot taken. And it's still like 4:30, so it's like, honestly, early.
Basically, so it's St. Armand's is the place where we usually play. There are 4 main spots by statues. Usually one of them's open. There are, you can rank them in the most fruitful spots or whatever. Had a hard time finding a spot. In fact, there wasn't a spot.
Exactly.
But there was room at one place, but there was a catch. What was the catch, Andrea?
Charity.
Always
getting in the way.
Always gets you in the end.
Yeah.
Best intentions. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
And sleigh bells.
So, the Salvation Army is there.
Yes.
Right? And it's fine. It's fine. It's like a heavily foot-trafficked area by the Poseidon statue, the Davida statue, as it says on Google Maps. And there wasn't any other spot. And I was like, hey, do you mind if we play here? If it's totally fine if you don't want us to play here, but can we maybe play on like the other side of the statue, and then just we'll serenade you while you collect tips for the Salvation Army. She's like, oh my gosh, please come and play. It's gonna drive me crazy if I'm just here ringing this bell all night. And I'm like, okay, perfect, best of both worlds, right? So we set everything up, set the cameras up, start playing. Sounded good. Telecaster sounding great. But you know what was interesting, Drea?
A little birdie told me.
A little birdie told you? What is that? The bell ringing never stopped. The bell ringing never stopped. Like, and I don't expect... Far be it from me, like, I'm not entitled to silence wherever we play. But, like, if you're a bell ringer, and there's, a duo playing right next to you, just ring along. Right?
Yeah, what is this? Metronome.
Join the band.
Metronome.
Join the band. Ring along. But no, it was just mindless, just...
And we're not trying to hate on the Salvation Army, guys.
Salvation Army is... I love the Salvation Army. I've given to them all the time. But it was a little strange.
Especially when no one's around and they're still just like, they didn't even take a break. Like, these ladies really had a mission.
Again,
they were out on a mission.
I don't want to throw any shade at them.
No.
They're doing God's work.
They were actually
they're
doing
volunteering,
God's work.
right? But it was a little strange where it's like, oh sure, come on, play, and then we're just gonna ring at our own tempo. But it also created this incredible, and we're gonna throw in clips from all this too, because it created like a Sophie's Choice type ordeal for everyone walking by, because some people were tipping us, but some people were tipping them. So people had to make a choice. Do I tip Sean?
Or
do I,
Charity?
Or the poor?
Yeah, like, it was so funny. Wait, so are we going to tell the story of the little boy yet?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's start with the story of the little boy. Do you want to tell this?
I mean, maybe you can, but like, it was just funny because this is perfectly illustrated with a little boy who walked by.
That's right.
And allegedly, yes.
I don't want to compete with tipping for the poor.
Exactly.
Tip the poor.
No,
you know what I
we're
mean? Listen, we're
to
fine.
Get money. Yeah.
I just kind of want to get, I wanted to get a video for the Acoustasonic Telecaster and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so this dad, the kid had what, like $4, and the dad's like, son, I want you to tip $4. It's like, you can either tip that guy, and he points to me, or you can tip the poor. The choice is up to you, son. And the kid thinks about it.
Long and hard, waits for us to stop.
And then he
Stop
comes up to
playing.
me and he gives me $4. And I'm like, my man. Like, the lesson was supposed to be $2 for the poor and $2 for Andrea and Sean. I think that's the lesson that the dad had in mind.
Or maybe just tip the poor.
Or just tip the poor. That's fine. That's cool. That's great.
While we're packing up, this little boy just comes along.
Here you go, sir.
I know, it was so cute.
Have a happy holiday.
And we found out that he was actually debating long and hard about who to give that money to.
And then he made the right choice.
No.
Which is...
And then we'll be donating $4 to Salvation Army.
Yes, we definitely. That money is going to the Salvation Army, just so you know, just so we don't get flamed any harder than we already are complaining about having to compete with charity. But it was just a little weird. And then another thing is, so we're between songs again, and this guy comes up from one of the restaurants, and he goes, "Are you that guitar YouTuber?" And I'm like, "Well, yes, I am." I'm like, "Oh, we're going to have an interaction from a subscriber or something." He's like, "What's your channel's name?" And I'm like, Sean Daniel. And he goes, "My brother thought so." And he left.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. He just came up to confirm it, turned around and left.
My opinion was that there was a bet going on with the brother and the older brother, and the brother was like, "There's no way this guy is a YouTuber." And he did it just to come up and prove his little bro wrong. And then he was like, "Ah, dang," and then just left. That's my personal opinion / theory.
But I've never felt so much like a commodity unless like a person.
It was like you were on display.
Is it you? Yes, it's me. Thought so. Leaves.
Like, he didn't even say anything else. Like, I was expecting him to be a subscriber.
Yeah, or like cool. You know, no, just leaves.
Just bye.
I'm like, okay, yeah, cool.
That was pretty funny.
The bell ringing. So
the Chanukah sign. Okay, so also, so not only is there the bell ringing, we have all the holidays on this freaking spot.
Yeah.
There's this huge menorah, but not no drag. It was just a hilarious thing. Like, we show up and there's this huge menorah
out of nowhere. Like, it's just popped up.
Happy Chanukah.
Yeah, and which is cool. So it's like, all right, we'll rock out next to the Chanukah sign. But like, people were coming up to it. I thought they were coming up to maybe have a request, but they were coming up to get pictures next to the Chanukah sign.
I was so
and they're like, "Could you move a little bit?"
Yeah.
Like, so
there was like these couples that were like taking pictures in front of the Chanukah sign. I'm like, oh, okay.
And it's like, it's not that great a sign, right?
I don't know.
Maybe there's a dearth of Chanukah signs
out there. It was just kind of funny.
It was
a backdrop.
It was an absolute nightmare gig.
What even is left? I feel like every time we go out to St. Armand, something always happens.
Oh, it's something.
There's the Maserati wannabe that's towing his car.
Oh my god, it's something always.
Someone yells Jolene in my face.
So the point of the story, I don't know what the point of the story is. Give to the poor. Is that the point?
Yes, donate to the poor.
Yes, it's the holiday season. Because these people out here are volunteering to ring that bell, and they've obviously lost their minds. Because no normal person would have not at least tried to ring along.
Oh, is that your theory? I mean, she was so desperate to have us to drown out the ringing.
Exactly. Like, it's almost as if she was under strict instructions to ring nonstop.
I think she was.
And then I offered her a reprieve. Because I was like, "Listen, I don't want to steal your thunder at all, but if you want, we can set up here." I wasn't trying to big time it or force my way in at all. And she was like, "Yes, please."
She was gracious.
Yeah, super gracious. I was like, "Thank you so much. We're going to have a great time together tonight." But the ringing never stopped.
And that really turns people off from, like, obviously, we're not trying to be the center of the stage, center of the show. But it really turns people off from, like, sitting and, just chilling, listening to the music. Because all they can hear is dee. Like, we're listening to this back, and we're playing, like, Moonpool, one of those beautiful songs that we know. And, like, there's just the freaking bells in the back, so that's what the audience hears. So I understand why people were not just, like, wanting to chill and sit
Nothing
around.
says relaxation than compound meter coming from two sources on either side of your head.
No, really, though. To make matters worse, it was freezing. Sean
also
literally
freezing.
sang a reminder, and his hands
And
were
then I'm
frozen.
just like, ah.
He was like, oh, maybe
Yeah.
you'll see it in the footage.
So this
That's
has
his
been
birthday.
your review of the Fender Acoustasonic Telecaster.
Great guitar.
I hope you enjoy it. It's great. The super light. That's what I love about it. Sounds great. You know what I mean? The funny thing about it, actually, if we are switching into review mode real quick, the only acoustic guitar, I don't even know what to call it, or I have to turn the lows down. I felt like the lows were too loud. Usually I have to boost the heck out of the lows, cut the mids, and bring the highs down a little bit on acoustic guitars, otherwise they sound super bright. I actually had to turn the lows down because I felt like the lows were kind of like really blowing it up.
No way.
So yeah, that's the first time I've ever done that with an acoustic guitar. But again, this isn't really an acoustic guitar, so I don't even know what to make of that. But the weight of this is amazing. The profile is great. And it sounds just, I would say the acoustic model of it sounds as good as any acoustic guitar preamp that you can play in a live setting for a DI source. That's my professional opinion.
So we'll probably have some more time to practice / play with this guitar out at some point.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
But I will never get that ringing out of my head.
Yeah, especially after listening back to the audio, I'm like, dang, that was loud. I didn't even notice.
Is there a dollar amount you can give the Salvation Army just to stop ringing the bell?
I don't know.
Like, have they done
I kind of
studies
feel
on
bad
this?
for them, yeah.
Because the bell's like, it's annoying, right? Even if we're not trying to play music, like...
Can we be
It's
dragging them, though? I don't know. Are we going to cancel
Is that a hot take?
Is that a hot take? I don't know.
I love the Salvation Army. We give them money. But does the bell help
there
or
no
hurt the
reward?
cause?
Is there
Does
no
it help or
reward?
hurt the cause is what I'm trying to ask.
I don't know. I wonder what the science is behind that.
Because a continuous ringing bell is not relaxing to me.
What if
Maybe
you
I'm
ring?
wrong. Let us know in the comments.
I don't know.
This is one of those, like, am I the asshole, like, Reddits, like, threads.
Are you going to find yourself
I
on
don't know.
there?
Maybe I will. Right next to Punchable Face.
Oh, yes. You kind of do
Really?
have one.
Thank you. I do? Do I?
Maybe.
Maybe. Trying to walk back. So that was our gig experience.
Yeah.
Let us know if we're being out of order here.
Dramatic.
I feel like ringing along wasn't too much to ask. Just ring along. You get to be part of the band. I
Aww.
thought we were going to do it, but oh well.
That's okay.
So that was our busking experience.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
For
So make a
listening.
donation to the Salvation Army in our honor. Please. and we will do in kind.
Yes.
Because I want to reiterate, love the Salvation Army and everything they do.
Yes. I feel like this is more like a sponsorship at this point.
Hey, great. You know, if we can be sponsored by the Salvation Army for free, just spread the word. We
Spread the
love it.
word.
But the ringing got to me, as it did you,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, that's it. So let us know what you think in the comment section. Show Drea some love. Show Salvation Army some love. And we'll see you at the next Nightmare gig.